Welcome to my channel. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe. It's YouTube law. I have to say it every time.
Welcome back everyone. Today I'm going to remake a video game review of an Avtomat Nikonova 94. It was a Russian made rifle. So let's begin. First, this is how it looks. Okay, this is how it looks. Now let's see it in plastic. Okay, we going to review the firing mechanism. Okay, so first we already turned it into plastic. Now let's click and hide first, and parts name, so we know what part we're selecting, and then slow 50x. Now let's remove this part, this housing body and cover. Now you see receiver. Let's start by fire it in single fire. In single fire. Okay, let's fire it again in single fire. And go back for a second. Let's begin again. Firing. Okay, so let's remove receiver, and we can see like the firing mechanism here. So this is the sear. The sear is connected to the hammer. It holding the hammer, and this sear was connected to the trigger plate. So the trigger did not touch the sear, but the trigger press on the trigger plate. So to change the firing mode, we move the trigger plate. We move the position of trigger plate. So now the most important one is the burst fire mechanism in this rifle, because it was the reason why this rifle was made. The burst fire, for the burst fire. So let's go. Burst fire. It was move back. Okay, let's see it from here. Let's put it back to normal first. Okay, now let's see it from here. This is a single fire position. We pull it back into burst fire. Okay, now remove the receiver again, the cover. Now we see it from this angle, so we can see how it fire, like the better way to see it. Okay, let's fire it. Okay, wait. Okay, let's fire it. See it from here and fire it again. Okay, it's done. It's done. Okay, now the difference here is the trigger plate is moved backward, so the sear, when it move, like the recoil of from firing the first round, it will move the system back, so the sear will travel along with the receiver and the whole system, inside system, like the rifle, inside this rifle will travel back. So when it's moved, like it's travel backward, you can see the sear still down, like in this position. Wait, okay, firing. See, the sear still down by the trigger plate. So the trigger plate is holding the sear down a little bit longer. It's holding it down a little bit longer to allow the hammer to run back and then go forward again before the sear go up in this position. See, the sear go up. So when it's go up, now it can catch the hammer, but in this there's a little bit gap that allow the hammer to fire the second round, because it's like the timing, the trigger plate delay the sear return to normal position to catch the hammer. So it's like they slow it down. So it's second round. Now second round, now it get catch back. See, has here hammer. Now 2 round fired. It's done. Okay, let's see it from here. Firing. First round, second round. So you see before this receiver, this rifle inside this rifle, the moving part inside the rifle hit this reach the back of the buttstock here. You can see you already fired the second round. Okay, wait, okay. So this mainspring is for this bolt support, while this receiver is receiver and barrel, their spring was this to absorb the recoil, so it doesn't like hit the back of the rifle really hard. So there's a spring here to absorb the burst recoil. Okay, so let's see it again. Shock absorber, get back. Okay, we remove the receiver when we see this feeder. So why there's feeder here? Because the magazine position is right here, like the magazine position is static, while inside of the rifle is moving. Okay, so it needs this feeder and this pusher that connected to the cable assembly. That cable assembly is connected to bolt support. So when you fire it, it's firing. One round out and the second round. You see the bolt only travel this far. It cannot go more, like it cannot move backward a little bit more. It's stop right there. And the second round, and the second round. See, the bolt was here, so it never go back here because there's no enough space. So the round have to be pushed in this position because first round, second round, there's always a space here for the round to be pushed by the bolt into the barrel. Okay, so that's why you have feeder here. So that's the burst mechanism. Okay, that's it from here. First round. Second round. Reset. Okay. So you can see here this roller is connected to the barrel. Connected to the barrel here. So that's it. Now let's move on to what else? Oh yeah, fire full auto. Now in full auto, let's move to full auto. Let's see. Okay, I did not slow it down, but it's simple. They just pull it back. Now trigger plate and the trigger is like the gap is, there's no gap. Okay, now we put it in slow 50. Now let's change view to here. Okay, now let's fire it full auto, see what happened. Firing, first round, second round, okay. I did not hold the trigger or space button here, so if I hold the space button, you can see full auto. One round, second round, see there is a fault animation again. Back. Okay, you see here this part of the trigger plate, this is allowing full auto, because if you hold the trigger and the trigger plate will be in this position until you release the trigger. While in this position, this sear will travel backward and forward, like move, like the cycling. Okay, the system cycling round until the magazine is empty. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So here, if you hold it down, this connector will be the sear disconnector will be when the disconnector travel in this part, it will be pushed down by this part, this slope that will pull down will be not pull down, push down the disconnector and the sear, so it will allow the hammer to go forward and hit the, or how you call it, firing pin again. So it will continue to move like that when you hold the trigger. So let's continue. Okay, I released the trigger. So let's watch it in full auto, but from this position. Okay, remember this position. Okay, I'm gonna fix it first. Okay, now I'm gonna hold it until the magazine. Okay, there's 44 round. Okay, let's reload. Okay, full auto. Now it should catch it right here, but no, because there's a slope there. Okay, why it's skipping? I'm gonna try it again. Okay, full auto. 10x. Let's see. You see? So the difference in full auto in this rifle is because the receiver is dynamic. It's moved back and forward by the recoil. So all you have to do is just hold the trigger and affecting the path of this connector here. It was different than like M16 or AK when you have full auto sear. Here you just have sear. Okay, to achieve full auto you just hold it the trigger plate and make sure the sear and the disconnector hit this slope part that will push down the sear, so it can disconnect it from the hammer, and it will hit the round, and the system keeps cycling in full auto. So let's see it again in full auto. Okay, we reload first. Okay, now it's not slow, it's normal speed. Okay, now in 10x. Yep, it travel like that. So it's full auto. Now reload. Like how you make it so it doesn't clip. It's clipping again. Okay. Okay, it's I hope you guys understand that. Okay, now in safety, how safety works. Safety is very simple. You just move this safety button, so this like how you a spike here will hold this trigger plate, so the trigger plate cannot be tilted. Okay, so that's it. Safety off. So I hope you understand. Maybe we should look here a little bit. That's the gas piston. This is the ball support. Oh yeah, wait, before we go, I'm gonna show you something here. Slow motion, like 50x. You see the hammer, see, it's like a wobble when you release it. What the fuck is that? Okay, I don't know what the hell is that. Why is that? What? So weird. What happened here? Oh yeah, because it's sear and hammer, so it because it holding the left side, so okay. So I think that's it. Okay, so this muzzle brake help cycle this receiver is inside part of the rifle, the dynamic part of the rifle, while the magazine and the trigger and the trigger plate is static, it doesn't move, while this part move. This part is a dynamic part that move. This part doesn't move. This part doesn't. This part doesn't move. So yeah, what move is this part, the dynamic part inside. Okay, so yeah, thank you everyone for watching. If you want to play this game, this is a video game, YouTube. It's not I'm not selling people firearms. No, I'm not selling them firearms. Eh? This is a video game. YouTube know it's video game. They have it on the release. Okay. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you want to buy this video game, you can find it on Steam Marketplace, video game marketplace, a video game YouTube. Fuck it. Okay, thank you everyone for watching. That's it, and see you in the next video.